Yo, 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 what's poppin'? I want to freaking know why my damn PC is lagging so freaking hard. Feels like it's about to freaking die on me. Like, I legit feel like I need to freaking restart it, but that wouldn't even probably help. I just need a new freaking computer. That's like the goal today. Get a new freaking computer. Oh my god, you're not white. I, but but I thought only white people make videos and talk about hip hop. I thought it was a white thing. I thought that the Zionist Jews and white people owned hip hop. No, they don't. Hip hop is still black owned. Well, not maybe not black owned, but black people are in the forefront of its actual creation, and that's never going to change. You can't change the freaking past. You know. I still think it's crazy. Actually, you know what? Screw these freaking haters for a moment. Actually, just for a moment, I'm putting the haters to the side. They're going like over here to like the left, like that Beyonce song. You know, to the left, to the left. Um, freaking One Stop Hip Hop now has 5,000 counting subscribers. I did not think that was gonna happen as quickly as it did. For like a moment, I was just kind of like back and forth about it. Like I would see some growth spike up, I'd see it come back down, jump around, and now I'm like, I was like, you know what? I'll be satisfied if I reach it by then. I reached it sooner than I thought it would, so I'm freaking glad for that. Honestly, I really am. You know, it's nice when people really can appreciate the the time, the effort, the freaking energy, the freaking scheduling. You have to schedule your whole life around when you want to be a content creator. That's just the truth of the matter. That's real life, you know? Like it really is. When you got to schedule this stuff around work and schedule it around freaking everything, it's actually not that simple. I know people think for some reason I'm like this 12-year-old kid like chilling in their parents' basement or something like that. You know, just like on YouTube, and I'm like, no, not at all. Actually, bills and job and expenses and all that good stuff, like real life, uh, keeps happening, to say the least. Where the hell is it? Oh, let me see. Oh, let me open this back up. Huh. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. I'm still trying to get the damn hang of this crap because I haven't been live on YouTube like in a long freaking time, and on this channel actually never yet. So that's kind of fun, you know. It's kind of different. It's freaking taxing, exhausting on my freaking PC though. Where the hell? Where is that page again? I just had it. Bear with me. I don't usually do things impromptu too much. I like to plan things when I can. What is a freaking Saturday? And like Smokey said, it's a Friday. You got fired? Ain't got shit to do. Huh. What the hell? Yo, YouTube is going nuts right now. Where is the? Let me see this. see. Yo, this is crazy. Where the hell is it? Yo, I tricked you with the title. Yo, that was kind of the idea. I mean, I literally keep getting these freaking comments about like, yo, you're not black. Yo, you're not white. Well, no, I am white. I am white, guys. This is not even me. You know, I'm doing voice modulation. But no, I freaking want to know. Can someone freaking just tell me, is it freaking lagging really bad? Honestly, because I'm freaking annoyed. I'm about to like buy a new computer. And can you actually hear me well? Because I feel like there's a freaking horrible like delay on it, and that pisses me off. I like things working properly. Oh, okay, that's freaking great then. Because for some reason it's like everything's in a freaking red on OBS. It's like, oh, frames skipped. Oh, frames lagging. I'm like, well, thanks. I'm freaking hot. I turned the freaking AC off because I don't like all that damn background noise when I'm trying to freaking talk. Yo, what's going on in hip hop though? Someone like throw out a freaking topic. I'm trying to decide what video I'm gonna work on next. I came up with a bunch of freaking ideas because that's all I freaking do when I'm awake. Is freaking think about freaking hip hop or think about the channel. You know what I mean? That's what it means a lot to me when people actually show up and they support and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to sound like that, but the truth of the matter is, people really let hip hop, a black art form, get overtaken to a point where you can't even say like you can't even damn near connect it to its roots anymore, you know? And that's messed up. And I don't like that. I think I'll make a video actually talking about that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to break it down, you know, and not get like demonetized while I'm at it, cause for some reason I went into YouTube Studio and I freaking what's it called? Let me show you. Actually, I think I could pull that up. I haven't used OBS in a while for stuff like this. Let's see. Uh, Let me see how that works. Let me see. Ah, there we go. Yo, look at this. This video may earn limited or no ad revenue due to content identified as not suitable for most advertisers. Wait, what? I didn't even like what the hell did I say that was so like scary that people can't advertise? Like, oh my god. It must be because of the title, because I was trying to troll people like, but really, am I sitting here with freaking like guns out? You know what I mean? Is this like a freaking drill music video? I don't know. Just tell me. That's hilarious. Freaking like what? That's Jay. That's for the freaking live stream. Like I literally just started streaming a few minutes ago, and that crap is like, oh, oh, yeah. Limited. Like that's why I freaking don't like YouTube sometimes. Seriously, like what? I better change the title because I guess they saw that I put 13-year-old white kid, and they're like, we have to get rid of this person, this Negro. Like what the hell? That's funny as hell to me. But nah, I'm honestly so happy that I reached another freaking milestone. Like for real, I was like, I remember when I made my first freaking video on this channel, I was like, yo, it's probably gonna get like no views. Like, why am I spending like freaking 30 hours making this or however freaking long it took? I don't keep track. I just sit here, type, research, freaking, and brainstorm for like hours until it's time to go to bed, honestly, or whatever. But DJ Quick versus MC8, first video I put on this channel, and it became the third most viewed video on the channel in totality. And that was like a year and a half ago. Time freaking flies. Yo, we're already in freaking May, and May 2023, and I put that out freaking October 2021. That's nuts. Honestly. Flowrider agreed to pay child. Oh crap. Yo, I did hear about that. He has to pay child support for his autistic son or something along those lines, right? And that's unfortunate. I mean, child support is one of the biggest scams I've ever heard of in my life, honestly. Like, outside of like freaking college debt. I mean, it's nuts, honestly. Like, why? And wait, actually, let me correct that, clarify that. Paying exorbitant amounts for child support is ridiculous. Paying like a regular, normal fund, normal kind of stuff is cool. It's honestly a must. You know what I'm saying? Because kids gotta eat. But when they be having people paying like freaking like millions of dollars a year, like freaking no child need no damn $1 million a year freaking to live a comfortable lifestyle. That's retarded. Like, honestly, I'm not even gonna pull my punches. Like, that's ridiculous. His son fell out of a 5-story building. That sounds horrible. I was trying to make a joke out of it. Now I just feel bad. Damn. And damn, you're both Jay. I'm gonna freaking Jay Bay and Jay Stowe. Too many J's. Too many freaking J's. Nawara, what's good, yo? I don't like to hear that stuff. Freaking, what the hell could have happened to make him fall 5? That's suspect. Was he with his mother? Was she not watching the child? What the hell was going on there? How did your child fall 5 freaking stories? I don't even know what the hell to say to that. No, J-Bay, you can't get a shout out. Unfortunately not. You gotta pay. Pay me $25 and I'll shout you out. I'll be like, yo, go check out his channel, man, or her channel. That's how you gotta advertise nowadays. People need money. I need bread, yo. I need dough. I'm trying to buy a new computer. Yo, watch. The video quality gonna shoot through the roof. You're funny. 2 minutes later, my phone blows up. Who is that? Yo, what the hell did you say about Ice Spice, though? Ice Spice is the new... She's the new wave. She's the new wave of... Oh, I'm a woman and I got a fat ass and I can kind of rap. That's like it. Like it's nothing spectacular that woman is doing rap wise. How fast she's blowing up, and I'm pretty sure she's doing like what 21, 22. So I mean that's great, honestly. That woman's probably more successful at that age than freaking any of us are, which is cool, financially. But like musically, I did hear that one track a few times. What the hell was it called? Munch or something? Oh, you thought I was killing you? Oh, that nigga a munch. That nigga a munch. Like, what the freaking hell is that? What is a freaking munch, yo? She rap better than most female rappers? Dog, I don't know. I don't know about that. Wait, most new female rappers. Okay, I didn't see new. I need my freaking glasses. Okay. I was about to say, I don't know. But if you just bring it to just the new ones, then I kind of get where you're going with that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Who's my favorite female rapper? Freaking, I don't. Do I look like I listen to women? Nah, I'm just kidding. But I, I don't know. Honestly, freaking who? Nicki Minaj maybe? Like, I honestly don't listen to female rappers a lot like that. But I know some of them got skills. That's for sure. It's just more so a matter of not really being able to relate to the content. Like sometimes it's cool, but I kind of want to listen to music, not to like be turned on. Like, you know what I mean? When they were like, oh yeah, wrote it so good, and I'm like, pause, pause, you know. And MC Antoinette, that was the first female rap beef that I covered on the channel, right? MC Light versus Antoinette. Yeah, I think that was first, and then Lil Kim versus Foxy Brown was second, and then third for female rap beefs, I did a freaking the Roxanne Wars, which was freaking that was fun. I did not know how many damn tracks went back and forth in that whole situation. And I didn't wait. Lil Durk dropped his album. That album came out Friday, huh? I don't listen to freaking Durk. I listened to like his first album, maybe his second one. No, no, no. I don't even remember what the hell it is called, honestly. When that whole Chicago drill came out, I listened to Chief Keef and Lil Reese. Mostly, that's about it. A little Fredo Santana. You know what I'm saying? I never listened to Lil Durk much. He used too much autotune for me. I don't like all that freaking autotune singing. I was like, damn, Durk, just rap. To be real with you, you know. But I just thought it was cool that there was some guys like around my age getting on, like as Chicago was becoming more and more back in the spotlight. Cause after Common, Do or Die, Twista, Yay, Lupe, that's kind of it. You know, it's unfortunate though that drill music had to be the thing to bring Chicago back into the limelight, and then that spread like wildfires to freaking Jacksonville, Florida, the Bronx, and freaking Brooklyn, or well, just New York in general. I guess it's unfortunate for real, because all the killings behind it is real stuff. That's not that's not a freaking game. It's not a joke. So it's kind of like a you kind of have like if you have actual heart, you kind of have to feel a little bit guilty almost when you're listening to that stuff. That I guess it's part of the reason I ain't never done no video on no Chicago drill or Eddie drill yet. I really had one in the works, and I had started working on it, and then I was just like, pause. Nah, I don't even feel right. You know, it's weird. All these people like in the comment section that be like, because I read the comments. I read almost every single comment I get. That's just me. I know how to read. Like unlike a lot of people, I can read, so I just do. You know, the weird random haters and trolls in the comment section that be like, "Yo, culture vulture, yo, you're instigating and I'm like, I'm not instigating anything actually. I'm talking about history. I've been listening to hip hop since I was like freaking 5 years old. Like, I remember one of the first songs I ever heard and really just loved was like freaking Changes. You know, freaking Tupac obviously doesn't even need to be said. It's a classic track. Or freaking DMX, Damien. Was it Damien? Yeah, yeah. From It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Yeah, I was like in like freaking elementary school when that came out. And that was hot. That's still one of my favorite. That's still one of my favorite rap albums to this freaking day. That's just I don't know what the hell touches that. As like a debut album, I put it up there with. Damn, that's an interesting topic actually. Best hip hop debut albums. Uh, Freaking DMX, Kendrick, Section 80. It's freaking great. DMX's Dark and Hell's Hot. Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor. Classic. Ah. Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt, even though I'm not a huge Jay-Z fan at all, really, but I give credit where credit is due. Still a freaking great album. Illmatic, best hip hop debut album. Freaking Illmatic is Illmatic. Like, personally, like, honestly, some of the beats I just wasn't feeling, and I know people be like, "Yo, that's blasphemy," and I'm just like, "No, it's just my opinion. Relax, calm down." But it's still freaking good. I know that much. Just off the fact that that album alone inspired how many people? How many rappers? Like, Jay-Z had to sample Nas. Jay-Z had to get Nas, tried to get this guy on his album. Jay-Z went from the triplet flow. I can't even do it. To what he was doing on like Hawaiian Sophie or the Originators or whatever with Jaz-O. Dude went from that. This dude changed the music he was making, the way he was rapping. He was rapping like Fushnikins. Like Fushnikins, the rap group that be rapping super quick. They had a song with Shaq. Like, a lot of people don't know this freaking song, but I know freaking hip hop history. That's just what it is. Ready to Die, freaking hell, that's another. Yeah, I didn't even get to that one. Damn. You see, and look at that. It's all New York. You know, my New York bias kicks in whenever we have to talk about rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just does. But I can give love to the West Coast, too, because you got to throw in Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style, even though, once again, I'm not a big fan of Snoop. I think some of the stuff he does is kind of chronic. Always, definitely chronic. Little Ghetto, what the hell is the song? Little Ghetto Boy? There we go, yeah. That album had that song. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite Dr. Dre songs of all time, and it's underrated. People like give it flack. I don't know why. Like, freaking, he was giving Snoop. Well, Snoop probably freaking wrote it, but no, DLC. I don't know who exactly actually. Dre always got his verses written by one of the two usually though. Since Cube left, and they fell out. But hell, Let Me Ride, classic track. I was just listening to Let Me Ride while I was freaking driving out earlier. I was like, this is the song you just gotta freaking bump and whip. DLC. Honestly, I never listened to DLC's debut album. I know that one track, the freaking single from it, Funky Enough. That alone is a freaking great track, especially for, what was it, 88? Or was it 87? Somewhere around there. What? Oh my god, that's the bomb. Freaking DLC probably is. I mean, this freaking guy was writing for, what's his name? Everybody. The freaking hell? He was writing for freaking Dre and Easy. And Eazy-E's one of my favorite rappers. Even though I admit that he wasn't writing it, you know, still some of it still comes from his mind and his experiences. And he makes me feel like I can rap. If he has a voice like that and can rap, I can do so too. Like, screw it. Like, all bets are off. But then on the other hand, Dr. Dre has one of the best voices for rap, I feel like, ever. Like, that, despite all the stuff he's done, like, personally, you know, that's a little sketch I can't rock with. Just vocally, music-wise, that's a top rap voice right there. It's freaking deep. Like, I love it. I can listen to Dre rap as long as someone's writing his rhymes and doing a good job at it, whether it's Snoop or freaking Jay-Z or Q or whoever. You know, freaking hell, Ren. Drake Take Care is a classic. That's not his debut album. But just in general, I wouldn't argue. I wouldn't argue that it isn't. Personally, I would have a hard time doing that. Actually, that's probably one of the only Drake albums I do list. That's probably one of the only Drake albums that I could really say like I liked. Outside of that freaking corny Marvin's Room song, that crap could go. The freaking the song with who the hell? What song is? I'm about to pull up the damn track list. Actually, I have half these albums in my freaking closet. Like I actually have CDs. Like I have albums. And no, Thank Me Later. Thank Me Later was freaking classic. Well, no, I can't say it was classic. It was a good debut. Marvin's Room is classic. Like it's classic. Like I don't listen to that track. I skip over that track anytime it comes on. I'm serious. I really do. That song comes on. Freaking, are you drunk right now? He's just sitting there having a drunk moment, trying to get back his ex. I can't relate. I don't know. I personally, you know. And also, I didn't want Drake to sing. I like Drake when he raps. Like when he was just rapping. You know, even sometimes when he mixes it a bit, okay, sing the chorus, sure, but stick to rapping. I have never been drunk at 2 a.m. I don't drink. So I've never been drunk at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 p.m. I don't drink at all. I've definitely been sober and scrolled through my contacts, though, and had some memories and sat there, but I never, like, never really, like, made the call and been like, F that other nigga you was with, because I'm so much better than he is, and I make more money than that nigga. Like, what? like you were just saying some hater stuff. I was like, come on, man. What the hell? I'm sitting there like, is my girlfriend's exes doing that same stuff? I gotta question that now. That's wild. Now, why are you lying? I am not lying. Prove it. I'm waiting. But no, seriously, I do like plenty of freaking Drake songs. Honestly, that was my listening to his damn albums and everything like that. The first three. After that, he kind of just took a dive for me. I hate to say it. You know, I'm waiting. I don't even know who the hell I listen to nowadays. Like, I'm waiting for. Yo, who the hell is dropping an album soon? Like, I don't even know. I'm so out of touch with newer music because I just stay so damn busy. You know what I mean? I'm about to stop. I'm about to quit my job, stop making videos, and just listen to new music all day. Gonna take like a month and try to catch up. Actually, yeah, it would take me longer than that. The only freaking new albums I listen to probably only new albums I listen to are probably um hell when Logic drops an album. I'll make time for that. I'll make time for freaking Kendrick. Mm, freaking Joey Badass. Nas, obviously, if he drops something, I'll be like, let me go check that out ASAP. Speaking of ASAP, Rocky, him too, if he would ever. Rocky needs to stop impregnating Rihanna and put out some more music. I know that might sound blasphemous, that might sound crazy, but we need another ASAP Rocky album. I freaking think his first one is like a freaking new age classic, honestly. Like, I love that album. Hell, his second album, too. I rock with that one as well. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it. Rather hear Riri. Freaking, I want a new Rihanna album. What the hell? Oh, they don't got to tell me twice. I'm in there. Freaking, after, What the hell she dropped? Freaking anti, whatever. I don't know what it was anti to. You know what I'm saying? But it was against something. But that freaking was the last album she dropped, right? 2015. Damn, feel old as hell. I don't really listen to R&B like that anymore. Hell, maybe if Chris Brown dropped a new album, I'll listen to it. I bought that damn album he put out a few years ago. What was it called? Freaking that damn triple disc album. That freaking album that had like 40 tracks on it for whatever reason. Like freaking, why you make an album that long? I think it had like 45 songs. I bought it and I was like, I can't even listen to all this. The hell, this is too much, man. Dude had a different like freaking R&B sample for like every track or something. Hey man, I feel you. Freaking thanks for stopping by, yo. Take it easy. Oh man, I think I'm gonna work on that damn video. Honestly, about besides that whole hip hop being just almost damn near completely taken over by like non-black people, and even not even just the music itself, but also the content creation side of it. We have people like, you know, DJ Vlad, huge channel, probably the biggest like hip hop related YouTube channel. That's wait, I don't know. I have to look at the numbers again, but one of them at least. That's for sure. You know, that's not well. No, that's not owned by some multi international freaking conglomerate and all that stuff. Like iHeart Radio and things of that nature. Viacom and whatnot. Another one, hell, no jumper. But once again, huge channel. You know, but non-black. Besides that, is DJ Academics. You know, and Ack has a huge following, freaking huge. You know, this dude got like bunch of fans, bunch of trolls, haters, all that stuff, whole 9 yards. That's black owned. You know, um, and he's doing pretty good for himself. But how many more can you name that are really like up there, like really hitting, doing big numbers? Well, no, no, no. I gotta be fair. I gotta toss in Joe Budden in there now too. He's freaking dude quit rapping and just freaking took off for real. Like that's nuts. I would freaking hell. I want to say yo quit doing a podcast and go back to rapping, but I'm probably one of the few freaking people honestly that feels like that. Once again, that's probably just like an East Coast thing in me. I remember I used to watch his damn podcast all the time. Like yo, that just looks fun. And then he made it freaking looks like to be a profitable thing, and it's like, well, unfortunately, not to sound like some super freaking capitalist, but that's kind of what we need, honestly. More black people in the space of content creation, especially in hip hop. You know, that's why all those weird shows I get are kind of like really like way off base. Freaking culture vulture. That's hilarious. My phone dying. I gotta bow out. All right, I feel you. I would just charge my damn phone now. It's at 100%. I'm afraid to do anything on my damn computer, freaking before it just like craps out on me. About to set up a GoFundMe. Donate. Donate to the channel. So I can buy a new PC and keep working on videos. It's for the children. Like Wu-Tang. I kind of want to do a video too, breaking down how talking about horror rap in some way. Ho rap. Um, I don't know what you want to call it. That's what I call it. Some people might call it ratchet rap. Freaking. But that trend, I wanted to say new, but it's not really new because it's happened. It happened with Lil Kim. It happened with Foxy Brown. Like I would say to like a lesser extent, maybe. You know, Nicki Minaj kind of brought it back. You know, and in the mainstream there hasn't been much balance. You know, you can always say like, people's argument is like, oh well, that's not all there is. You just gotta look for it, and it's like that is true. That is true. You do need to look for it, but that's essentially the problem. You shouldn't have to look for good quality music. That that kind of defeats the purpose. I feel like that kind of is not the point. Shouldn't the cream rise to the top, as that saying goes? It shouldn't be stuck at the bottom, waiting to get found. You know what I mean? But I don't know. There's always gonna be those other rappers that bring the balance, but they don't get shown nearly enough love. You know what I mean? But that's why everybody gotta do their part. But I just essentially freaking would think about what really made it that way. Who is behind making that the most popular, or one of the most popular or trendy things in hip hop? You know? Because there's always that saying like, well, hip hop started, it was for fun, for parties. That's the kind of music it was, and then it kind of, thanks to songs like The Message, speaking on the ills of the hood, the ghetto, the slums, whatever, things changed up a bit and it became more, political, or, more speaking about society and whatnot, and conscious, the word they give it. They have to label things, of course. Conscious rap, you know, alternative. I get that psychologically that's something that people just do because it makes things easier to, comprehend. It's less complex. We can give everything a label. That's just what we do as freaking humans. I get it, you know. But it works both ways. And that's essentially the idea. But if it's popular, then it's going to get talked about. It's easier. I think it's just easier to touch on the more baser instincts that we have. You know, I could probably write a song right now about, you know, I could write a sex rap song right now, probably like real quick. You know what I mean? And people would be like, "Oh wow, this is amazing. That's cool. Like this is so because it's so simple, simplistic. It's not really complex or anything to it for the most part, unless you really want to take it there. But the people who really do that, I feel like, are few and far in between. But if I were to go another route, and I was like, "Yo, write me a song about, building rocket ships, how they're made, and freaking how NASA has sent like freaking a ship to the moon or whatever. It's just like, is that really gonna become mainstream? Are people really gonna love it? You're gonna sit there and be like, I have no interest in this. But I make the song about sex. Who the hell can't relate to it? At the end of the day, who the hell doesn't like it? Maybe asexual people, but that's a relatively small amount, relatively speaking. You know. So if you want to hit the masses, then you go marketable. But yeah, I don't know. There's honestly so many topics like I really kind of want to cover and touch on. You know, not everyone obviously has to be like a super in-depth thing, but I definitely have a few in mind, and that's one of them. Actually, no, that was two of them right there. Now that I think about it, the I guess you could call it the gentrification of hip hop media, for one. What would you say your main driving force slash inspiration is for keeping the channel going? Yo, mm, yo, dog, that's a good question. But honestly, it's really, really simple. I just love freaking hip hop. I love rap. I love listening to music. I do it all freaking day since I was a kid. Back when we had like radios. Nowadays, everything's streaming. I know that sounds like it freaking dates me, but that's the truth. Oh my god. That really is the main thing. I'm not going to stop listening to rap. I'm not going to stop talking about rappers. I'm not going to stop talking about diss tracks. I'm not going to stop talking about hip hop as a whole. You know, the stuff that's good, bad, trendy, underground, whatever you want to call it. I'm always going to be listening to it. So to me, I'm like, well, why not talk about it? So that keeps me going. And secondly, of course, I'm like, I want there to be more, which I think I said it like before. I want there to be more black voices, in particular, on hip hop media. And I've said it before. I think like on a community post or a comment somewhere, or in a video or something like that. But I have to put emphasis on that because that's important to me. When you open up whatever the hell it is that you're doing, you want to be able to see yourself reflected in that. You want to be able to have a level of relatability. And it's harder to relate when you're not seeing people, however the criteria you want to put, you know, ethnic, culturally, regionally. Um, you want to open up YouTube, and if you're watching a video about freaking country music, you probably want to see someone that looks just like you still. And it's stereotypical, probably, but that would probably be a white guy from the South. That's just a stereotype that's given from the country, you know? Or, hell, or that's who you want to see covering country music, you know? Because they can relate to it. Me having lived in New York and living so close to the city, even when I wasn't in it, I'm always going to be able to relate to it, And I'm always going to look for that. If I open up freaking YouTube and be like, I want to see someone review rather, a rap album, I'm not going to be looking for the person from Southeast Asia, really. It, it's a disconnect there, you know? But honestly, besides that, really, that's what I would say is like a more moral or social reason, I guess you could say. A more pragmatic reason or a more practical one, honestly, is I've always wanted to be freaking in the field. And by that I mean, if I wasn't rapping myself, I wanted to be like making beats or something like that. Or, have a platform to talk about rap and hip hop and whatnot. Like, there's always something there, you know? It's like, why? Everybody has something they gotta do. I don't mean to make it bigger than it is, but, you know. Also, to educate people, obviously, because there's so many people out there that simply just don't know, aren't aware, whatnot, of the history of hip hop. This year is the 50th anniversary. You know, they say hip hop was born, birthed, created, came to life August 11th, 1973 is the date that they give. You know, can you really pick a day where hip hop, where something like that was really formed? You know, that's neither here nor there, I guess, but that's the day they give it. So, hey, hip hop is going to be 50 years old in less than 3 months now. And you would think with such a relatively new genre of music that there might be more people aware of certain things, you know, outside of, insider knowledge and things of that nature. But like the basics or even the more intermediate things. You know what I'm saying? Like, but sometimes it's really actually hard to find, you know? So I'm like, well, hell, if I can freaking do the research, take the time out, write, record, edit, put things in its proper place, formulate a timeline, give my opinion, my perspective, my outlook, summarize things in a way that people can, better take it in, you know? Why the hell not? You know what I mean? The naysayers, the haters, the doubters, and all that stuff, they don't, it's just corny, you know? Yes, that is true. If the stuff is hard to find, all the better reason to put it together. Yeah, exactly. People, what's that saying? About history. Those who don't, you know the history are doomed to repeat it. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember if that's the exact quote or not, but you get the idea, you know. And also, there was that whole line from that one song: "To know where you're headed, you gotta know where you've been." That was from was that from Banks or was that from Young Buck? I know it's the G Unit track. I know that much. See, even when I'm just freaking talking nonchalantly, freaking rap lines and tracks and all that stuff just come to me instantly. You know? I'm gonna check that actually. I think people should do the same thing pretty much for like every genre of music. Just keeping it like music based right now because music is a way of life. I love music with a passion. And I don't even only just listen to freaking hip hop. That's the funny thing. As much as I could talk about it all day, I listen to other genres too. Freaking, you know, just not nearly as much. R&B, sure. Freaking, rock. Hell, everything. Internet says it was originally mine. Internet says it was originally Maya Angelou that said you can't really know where you're going until you know where you have been. Oh man, that's actually funny. That's funny. Maybe yeah, it was Young Buck. To know where you headed, you gotta know where you've been. The Glock stay with me. We friends till the end. That was from my buddy, freaking off of G Unit's first album, Beg for Mercy. I remember that freaking track. I still listen to that to this day. Freaking classic to me. Song all about guns. Don't get much more freaking G Unit than that. But yeah, I mean, maybe hell, maybe he got it from Maya Angelou, or maybe someone took that original quote and rephrased it, and then he picked up on it. You know what I mean? Hip hop is known for sampling a lot. You know, that's what rappers do. Well, the producers, I guess. You know, chopping and screwing beats and all that good stuff. You take something created, you flip it, change it up, add, subtract. That's just what we do. You know what I mean? That's like, it's a whole freaking culture now. You know what I mean? Like the freaking remix. Hell, YouTube even has the remix feature now on its on the app or whatever. Like, oh, do you want to take this short? And I don't even know what the hell it does, but take this short and remix it. It's like, so I just took this person's short, made it mine now by changing this. All right. Some people have a problem with that. Some people don't. It is what it is. But hey. Yo, look at this freaking poll. Like, what? I asked, do I need a new computer? 42% say yes, please. 17% say nah, it's good. 8% say PC on his deathbed. 33% said Jay-Z. I just threw Jay-Z in there just because it was freaking random. And that's just kind of stuff I do. It's hilarious to me. But, what? What the hell? I was going to leave it at 3 choices. I was like, I gotta throw in a 4th one. I just gotta do it. But freaking what? What is... I guess that means Jay-Z should buy me the new computer. I'm all for that. If he's buying, if it's on his dime, I will freaking take it. I want the best graphics card possible and like 10 terabytes of freaking space and like freaking 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM or whatever the hell number they're up to now. And I want it to freaking like glow in the dark and just a whole bunch of other random crap on it just because, you know. But I really could use a new PC. Because trying to multitask, like live streaming and doing something else, is actually a challenge because it puts so much strain on the computer, actually. Yo, if you can get like a permanent sponsor, who or what company would be like your dream collab? Yo, freaking. Honestly, I haven't decided. It's cool. You know, that's something I want to open the channel up towards. You know, not a permanent sponsor, but sponsors in general. You know, because unfortunately, revenue, income, cash flow, money, dinero, you know, pesos, dollars. This is what makes the world go round. You know, you would think it's like the sun and the moon and stars and all that stuff, but apparently it's money. Sadly, you know, so gotta have that coming in to even afford to keep living and keep doing this. But I freaking don't know how to answer that question. Anybody, any company probably that's not against my like moral values, I guess, because you still gotta have your integrity. Like, I would be hard pressed probably to freaking like have some kind of deal with like a alcohol company because I hate alcohol and I don't drink at all. But if it's like, you know, have this deal or don't eat, well then I'm like, well, I'm gonna eat because self-preservation is the number one rule. That's of life. That's just what it is. That's you know what I mean? But I really can't think of one. you know, whoever respects the fact that this channel is hip hop based and you know is run by somebody that has freaking a level of integrity and whatnot. You know, I would once again I'd be hard pressed to like sponsor a gun company. As much as it might be stereotypically like something you can find in hip hop lyrics all the time, especially drill. But I'm just like, I don't even think that's actually allowed on YouTube though. Now that I think about it, but something that could benefit people. Look at all these freaking videos you watch on YouTube where they're like, oh, yeah, look at this sponsorship I got with, what's that damn company? Hello Fresh. Like, that's perfectly fine because it's food. I don't really have any qualms about that. I would actually do that probably, you know. And, outside of that, I'm not going to just toss out names because, I'm not going to put it out in the air like that. But definitely open to a few things, to say the least. You know? Oh, man. Food, clothes, etc. all seem... yes, exactly. Food, clothes, etc. all seem pretty safe. Yeah, all that stuff is, like, fine. I ended that damn poll. And only 12 people voted. More people got to vote. Screw government. What the hell? Did he get disconnected? Seems fine now. Okay. But no, I was saying, yeah, it's 9:22. I'm gonna head off at freaking 9:30 actually. Oh man, I know it's a freaking Saturday night. Most people are actually probably out with their families. Monday's Memorial Day. Freaking everybody's celebrating. Everybody's down at the freaking beach. I know that much. If an actual record label or like a Taylor sales company was up for it, that would be ideal. Thematically, actually, yes. Now that you mention it, like Ticketmaster and freaking like Live Nation, but I feel like they don't even really need to promote because or promote like that, like because they're already such a conglomerate. You know what I mean? As far as up and coming artists, are there any up and coming artists that you got your eyes on? Nah, honestly, the fact that I freaking really barely get around to listening to freaking new music as it is, I would not say I'm the person that has their pulse on the hands of the new artist, you know? And that's just the truth. But I would be interested in, like, talking to some new artists, though. Like, I'm really not against that, honestly. I would love to freaking get a chance to have, like, an interview with somebody, you know? So, what was the name of the first song you ever wrote? Was it about a woman? Like, just freaking do all that stuff. I go on freaking Twitter to see what's trending, and one of the first things that pops up is Little Mermaid. Like, man, like this is not hip hop at all. Yo, should I actually? I'm like tempted to go watch that Little Mermaid movie. Honestly, what the hell? The new Little Mermaid film is trending because it's a black woman that's being Ariel. Mermaids don't exist. So where is this? Where is this? I don't know. That's the one thing I don't understand. mermaids are not a real thing. Like, that's a work of fiction. There's gonna be black mermaids, white mermaids, Hispanic mermaids, Asian mermaids, freaking mermaids that freaking come from Ireland, like they got red hair like Ariel. Like that's always been weird to me. You gotta be historically accurate. What the hell is historically accurate about mermaids? Like they're half, they're only half like humanoid, if you want to call it that. You know, from like the freaking stomach up. I always find that crazy. You could just like smell the racism in the air when you see those like tweets and those freaking comments. ah, oh my God, yes. Some people also get mad when elves and space aliens are black too. Like, what is? Yo, I never understood that. What you made? Anakin has a black friend. That's a like. Wait, what? Like, freaking is works of fiction. Now, if they made Hitler a black guy in like the next like freaking World War II documentary, then I'd be like, all right, why are you pushing these bounds of actual historical events? That's kind of weird, you know, because these are things that actually happened. You know, if you want to make Black Hitler, that's kind of like, all right, then I guess, you know, or make like freaking like Pocahontas like Chinese or something, you know, instead of Native American. But well, wait, was Pocahontas based on a real person? I don't freaking remember. No, right? But that's another Disney thing. Freaking intellectual property. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Okay, so she was a real person apparently. I guess. Whatever. There's a time and place for like Hamilton's casting, but yeah, yeah. To me, like I said, it depends on the if for one, if they're historical actual figures that really existed, you know, and of course, I mean, I understand creative liberties, you know, like go for it, you know, freaking hell. That's especially done in hip hop, you know, bringing it back. How many freaking songs has freaking Eminem made about like killing his wife and mother and all that stuff? You know, he didn't really do it. He just keeps making music about it. You know what I mean? I think that's freaking crazy though. I'm gonna change the title of this damn thing real quick. For they some reason they really did that. Limited ads. Like what? All right, I'll just change that. I changed the title. Let me see something. I was trying to troll back all the freaking trolls that come into the damn comment section and be like, "Oh my god, you must be non-black." Like, really, dude? I love that crap sometimes. Hamilton, that's a play, right? I don't know. I don't watch those honestly. I haven't been to one of those in years. I forgot where it was, like Broadway or off Broadway or something like that, whatever it's called. Ah, damn. I like doing. Yes, about the USA founding. Oh wait, it's worth watching on Disney Plus. USA founding fathers. It's called Hamilton. I don't know. Hamilton is a sung and rapped through musical with music, lyrics, and book by Lin-Manuel Miranda, based on the 2004 book Alexander Hamilton by Rob Chernow. The musical tells the story of our American founding father, Alexander Hamilton. Oh, okay, it's about Alexander Hamilton. Okay, all right, then that makes sense. All right, all right, that's cool. That's cool. Oh hell, this is freaking fun. I want some more people to come by and freaking ask some damn questions about like what I'm working on or whatever, or just hip hop in general, of course, And surprise all the trolls because I mean, apparently, because you sound a certain way vocally, you have to be a certain way or a certain person, which well, you just have to get out of that mindset. Honestly, I feel like sometimes it's a bit of a hindrance, when you really take it like seriously to be a thing. It's not really a thing. It's called stereotyping. Sometimes it's true, but not always. But yeah, I'm a freaking wrap up and head out of here now. Honestly, I gotta freaking get something to eat. I'm getting hungry. Thomas Jefferson is played by a black actor, and that to make the audience feel reflective or uncomfortable about Jefferson's race. Oh, that's different. Okay, Black Thomas Jefferson. That's that's a bit different. I say that much. I would have to see it for myself to see how it was executed. Of course, you know, if there's a level of like humor to it or irony, so on and so forth. Let me see. How do I think it's over here. Thanks. I'm just freaking. Let me see. I have to just go. I think I have to go here and hit this damn button. It's been so damn long. All right. Take it easy. I'll probably just again freaking. I don't know. I kind of want to say every week, but I'm not sure. It really depends. I typically stay busy working on freaking videos and other stuff but I found the time to do it today where I don't have to be interrupted or anything of the sort. Or just put it like in a community post or something like that, or maybe mention it like in one of my next videos about when I will go live and whatnot. But also, of course, freaking join the Discord server, which of course the link is in the description in this freaking live and all the other videos and whatnot. Because that's one of the best ways to interact with me directly and, talk about hell, whatever. Mainly rap, but whatever most of the time. But I'm out.